All right, so here's the deal. If you can log into your computer, what I want you to do is go to Canvas. Okay? If your computer's not working right now, just follow along and try and do it later. Okay? So go to Canvas. It should look something like that. All right? Go into Canvas. Should look like this. If your computer's not working, just try restarting it. Now let's click in. Do you find your math class? Which I renamed them yesterday, but then it didn't kick out the name to you guys. I wanted it to be all 3, 6, and 7 on 7th grade math class. So then you should get to something like this. Okay? Go to this page, make your website look like this. And that's through Canvas going into my math class. Okay? All right. So those of you, your website should look like this. Your screen should be exactly this. Some of you are in the future, because then I want you to click on this. We're going to go to Mr. Sandy's website. Right there. Okay? Should look like this. So everybody go to this page. Here's the deal. This is not the most exciting web page, but it has links to important things. Let's say you go home this weekend, you forgot your book at school, but you still want to do your homework. You can click on this module 1, go into a PDF, and get a PDF of what was in the book. Now, your book is slightly different than the PDF book that I have, but the problems are exactly the same. It might be a different page, but it's still the same homework. Okay? But you can go into that throughout the year. Hopefully, we'll get updated PDFs for those. Another site that you can utilize if you're at home, if you forgot what we did in class, if you missed class for whatever reason, you can go to this Embark. Okay? And in here, look at all these grades. What grade are you in? 7th grade. What module are we in? Module 1. Then we'll scroll down a little bit and look, we have a video for lesson 1. The other things you probably can't open because you need specific web applications for those. But here's a video over grade 7, module 1, lesson 1. Now, did I record this one? No, somebody else did. Sometimes they're pretty good videos. Sometimes I think my videos would have been better if I made them, which I'll try to make them for most of our lessons. Okay, but if you're still not understanding, you go look at this one. Does that make sense? All right, let's go back to my page here. I have a link to Google Classroom, but I think you can get there pretty easily. For those people who have computers that are working, let's try going to IXL. Okay, so we're going to go through Clever to IXL. You can't just go IXL.com because it doesn't give you the path through KPS. It won't know who you are. In the past, I've had kids log in and they did their IXL.com. They did a bunch of stuff and it had no record of it because you weren't logged in as yourself. Okay? So go here and then go down to IXL. Did I go past it?
Nope.
Still going, still going. I don't know what mine's saying. Oh, they changed it. They might change that. Doesn't look familiar. So go to IXL. Hopefully it logs in. It should say hello to whoever you are, okay? And back in the old days, everybody would forget the password. A lot of people would, and it would be a pain in the butt. Now you go in through Clever. That's nice and easy to get in. You would click on Learning and actually Math to start with. Make sure you click on the Math tab, and then you go into Learning. And now, I think, yeah, so I need to go to Learning. Right there. And you should go. I might give you 6th grade activities. I might give you 7th grade activities, but it should look something like this. You click on this one. There. Last period, it wasn't loading correctly for me either. If you see a gold star, that just means that I assigned it. Those are ones that we did last year. I will unclick those. If you've done it before, there'll be a little score right next to it. 72, 84. The gold star just means that I'm assigning it. And what I'll try to do is when it's new, you can just scroll through, oh, I got to do this one, and those two, whatever. Okay, does that make sense? Look for that little score to the side to help you know if you've done it or not. Okay, so from time to time, we might do some IXLs. Let's close that. Let's get out of there. Let's go back to let's go back to my website, which is right here. Okay. Other links that are important, if you lose your birth announcement sheet, you can click onto this to get into it. Other activities we'll do during the year that you don't need to really pay attention to very much now. If I say, hey, at the end of the test, you can go play some math games, these are open. You can play these. Those are good ones. And then at the bottom, I have the HMS Master Calendar. Okay? And on the HMS Master Calendar, you might see, okay, here we are. Oh, we have second step today. Oh, on Tuesday, we start our new 10th period. Okay? So you can look at things going on. When you have sports coming up, you can look on that. I don't update that, but that's from the front office. Okay? So some links there. Yes, question?
Do we have IXL homework?
You will not have IXL homework today, but I just wanted to show you how you get into it. Okay? I don't know if we'll get to IXL next week. All right, let's go back to Canvas. Okay? And we're back on this home page. All right, again, those people that are not logged in, just watch me. Over here, look at all these different links I have. Do you have that many of those people that are working? No. But you do have modules. So everybody watch. This is how you're going to get into stuff for me. So you click on modules. If your computer's working, go ahead and do it. Okay? It might look like this to start with. 2 condensed versions. What you can do is click on that. And notice I have stuff getting ready for next week. I'm starting to plan that out for August. But let's say you were going on Wednesday. You can click here and you can see what we did on Monday. There's the Harrison Jackson Lincoln little activity we did, PowerPoint. There's the videos that we watched. On Tuesday, there's a birth announcement. You can click there to find another copy of it. Here's the part 1 of the BA math when I showed you how to do like the ounces and the pounds and how tall you were. Here are other links here. The big numbers video of the PowerPoint. You can go look at that. Okay? And then today, after our recording, I'll update this one. Does that make sense? Now, I would say this is a good way to see the details of it, but what you might utilize is back on this page. And if it works for you, actually, let's go back to that and then go to this thing. This is our blog. Okay? Again, it's linked to the bottom right of that table on my Canvas. And you click on this, and you can see what we did in all the classes. So if you don't want to go into all your Canvas accounts and see what we did in the 4 core classes, you can go here. Okay? And see what's going on there. Now, the nice thing about this one that I love about this, I've been using this longer than any other technology that I've ever had in my entire life. I started using this back in 2006. If we click on this, how old were you in 2006?
I wasn't even.
You weren't even born? Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. This has been going on for a good 14 years, and we can look on Friday, December 22nd, 2006. We actually voted on names back in the old days. We were the Orange Oompa Loompas, and we would make T-shirts and have all that good fun stuff there. Let's go here. If we scroll down, something interesting is here. Let me go down a little bit more. Right here, emails. Well, you could have emailed me, right? Or Mr. Howard. Does anybody know who Mr. Howard is? He's an 8th grade teacher. Or Mr. Shadru used to teach science on this team. You could have done, and then she's actually a teacher that has gotten married and now teaches in Amherst. Okay? But I love this website because it's been the same stuff since way back when. 14 years I've been using the same one. Whereas other things, they keep changing. Okay? All right, so again, let's go back to this. And this is the more detailed of what we're doing. Notice here I say we finished up lesson 1. See the M1 SL1 module for the video. So you'd scroll back up to the top and you'd go into, I didn't quite go far enough, go to modules. And then let's condense that. But here's the module 1 topic A, lessons 1 through 6. Click on that. And there's the module 1, lesson 1. Okay? So if you need details of the lessons, they're going to be in a separate module. The day-to-day stuff's there. Then you come back out here to go in, and there are the videos that we did pertaining to our module 1, lesson 1. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Those people that are still trying on the computers, try restarting one more time. What I want you to do now, this is for 7th period. We're going to go in and we're going to join. Let's go here. I want you to go to Google Classroom. And again, there's a link here, bottom left. Or if you have another way to get in, do that. Let's go to Google Classroom. Okay? Down here. No, I'm not loading. There we go. Your classes, you need to join my class, and you guys would be period 7. For other kids, they need to get a hold of me for the code, but I'm going to share the code with you here in a second. And what you're going to do is take 2 quizzes, one that's about Mr. Sandy. If you've been paying attention for the last week, you have learned many things about Mr. Sandy. If you have not been paying attention, which is not great in a math class, you might not do so well. We're going to reward the kids that get the highest scores on there. Then there's a little quiz about Mr. Berkey. What do you know about Mr. Berkey? Now, unfortunately, he has not shared as much, so maybe you're not going to do as well there. But try to use some logical, educated guesses. Sometimes some of the answers are illogical. You're like, what? How is that even possible? But it's true. Okay? So, you're going to log in here in a second. I'll give you the code, and then it should have a couple quizzes there. We're going to stop the video and then show the code.